Good morning, everyone. Bill and Carrie with KB Truck.
Good morning.
Right, what are we doing?
We are currently at our Disney World Resort, Caribbean Beach. We are actually taking a little walk. We're gonna hit up Riveria because that is very close to where we're staying in Martinique. We're gonna get some breakfast. We're gonna get on the Skyliner and head to Epcot.
So if you look over there, the Skyliner is over there, but it's not running yet. But just, it makes more sense for us from our hotel room, which is pretty much right behind me, to walk around the lagoon. We're going to get breakfast at the Riviera, try to find a quick service counter service type place to get some breakfast before we head over to that Skyliner. Well, the Skyliner just started moving for the day. Very nice light out here with the sunrise. It is a cool one this morning. I don't know if it was as cool as yesterday morning, but it's still kind of cool. Us hardy Minnesotans are still wearing our sweatshirts today.
Yes, but I am in shorts now.
I think they're talking about a high 71, but I'll believe when it happens at this moment. Right now it's in the 40s or something.
Sure, something like that.
You can see them working on cleaning everything up this morning for everyone. We stopped. Where do we stop at?
We started at Primo Note. I think that's what it's called. Primo Piatto.
Okay. And it's like a quick service place at Riviera. And what do we get?
Primo Piatto. We got turkey bagel, so it's
Let's see what we got.
it is egg, turkey, and tomato cream cheese.
Ooh. Kind of just grab those to go, and we're going to head toward the Skyliner. These are actually served warm, and the bagel is really soft. How much were these?
$8.79.
And what do you think of it so far?
My one bite was very tasty. I like the tomato cream cheese. It's different.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. Disney keeps surprising me on this trip. So the Riviera here is one of Disney's newer resorts, and it's on the one end off of the Caribbean Beach Resort. We were trying to figure out, we think that they had torn down a couple buildings to make room for this. At this station, we can go to Hollywood Studios or Epcot, or this is where we switch to go from the one to the other. So we need to find the Epcot entrance. To our right was Hollywood Studios, so we're going to take this path to get to the Epcot entrance. And I think we need to finish our food before we get on, but we only have a couple bites left. We haven't been on the Skyliner much. This is only like our third or fourth time, I think. Off we go on the Disney Skyliner. Ooh, here we go. Neat. What do you think of the breakfast sandwich, hon?
It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it was like nice, so that, I don't feel hungry or anything. Like, it satisfied me.
Yeah, kind of filling.
Yeah.
So give it a star.
I'd say 4.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
I'd say 3.5, kind of around there where I'd get it again.
Yeah.
All right, we are next to take off. I'm not sure who our character is on our Skyliner unit.
We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
We're going past the resort. You can see the other Skyliner ride, which is going toward Hollywood Studio. Kind of hard to make out through the outside design, but you can see Tower Terror to the left. Kind of hard to shoot through the mesh thing on the windows again, but we're coming up onto the one lagoon. That's where the Disney dolphin and the fish, aka the fish and the swan are. The station, we are going to make a turn, like it looks like about 90-degree turn. So that's the only thing for this station. We are not getting off or anything. Ooh, a little bumpy. Not bad though. There's the Disney Swan. So instead of us going over the lagoon there between the Swan and the Boardwalk and Yacht Club and all that, we're going around. Off in that direction, you can see the Epcot ball. Here we can see part of the France Pavillion. This is actually the Ratatouille side. In fact, there's the entrance to Ratatouille. And what's interesting about France here is that there's two types of France. There's the realistic France in the front, and in the back is more the cartoon version of France from Ratatouille. And we're coming into the station next to the World Showcase. Carrie was happy after we got off. She found out, how was our Skyliner? We had porgs.
We had porgs.
The chicken of the sky.
Something
of
like
space.
Yeah.
The chicken of
something like
space.
that.
Skyliner coming in next to France. And so we're coming into the, what's the name of this gateway, hon?
The International Gateway.
International Gateway, that's right. For Epcot, which is over by France. We could take the walkway there back to Boardwalk and Yacht Club and all that. And we're gonna go left. There's also the boat. We might take the boat later from here to get over to Hollywood Studio when we go over there this afternoon. For now, we gotta go through security. Turnstile is just open. We were only standing there for about a minute or so. It is now 7:42 a.m. and they're going to let us into the area where we can rope drop. So they're going to stop us up here at the top of the hill next to the bridge that either goes right to France and we can rope drop Remy if we choose, or we can go left to England and Canada. Ooh, we just got released. We're going to rope drop Remy. We're going to make a sharp right turn, cross the bridge, and head to France. Or would you prefer to rope drop the TTA?
Wrong part, honey.
So there's France, and there's the underpants. They're stopping us again.
You can come all the way upward this way.
They're gonna rope drop us a second time to get to Remy. They're now gonna start escorting us to the building for the ride. All right, here we go into the building. Just a couple people in front of us. Don't ask me how that happened. And this is where they're gonna hold us for like another 5 minutes. Again, this is why it pays the rope drop. Look at the line behind us. All right, we are officially in line now, I guess you could say. Gonna head on in. Looks like we're on the rooftops, just above Gusteau's. Feels like we're in the movie. Now we're gonna move inside of a studio. Gonna grab our glasses. We get to wear 3D glasses for this ride. Our opera glasses. Oh wait, wrong ride. Right now we got the car to ourselves. For the first group of rides, feels like we're on the rooftop. And it feels like we're the size of a rat. This is one of the trackless rides. So there's no track. Everything is in the concrete. And our ride vehicles follow the pattern. First couple vehicles are empty. All right, here we go. First group of vehicles for the day. Whee!
Les invités pour le dîner.
What? Here! Hein? Pour le repas idéal. Trop convaincre? Non. A simple omelet? Too simple.
Voilà.
Mais oui, that's it! Nourriture est pour nos invités, pas pour vous. Hey guys, the food is for them, not you.
Here's the line for Remy now. It's going to stretch all the way out to the entrance, or the main part of the France Pavillion. And as I said before, like this area of the France Pavillion is kind of like the way how they show France in the movie Ratatouille. But then when you get up to this archway here, this is what France actually is supposed to look like. We're gonna make our way to Frozen now. One thing is Carrie decided to go right from France, so she's going counterclockwise around the lagoon, and she wants me to go clockwise. So I'm gonna go through England and Canada to get to Norway, and we're gonna see which way is faster. In the middle of the lagoon is part of the evening fireworks and light show, and it's crazy to see how thin the crowd is right now. It is about 8:45 till 9, so in theory only resort guests are here right now, not the general public. Here's Canada. A lot of these other pavilions are not open unless they have rides. Hey, made it to Norway. Carrie was just like a minute or so in front of me. We're heading to Frozen. A lot of people still refer to this as a maelstrom. And over the waterfall was where the ship would teeter on the edge. It's now closed up. It looks like the standby queue is about 25 minutes. Inside queue for Frozen. It looks like we're in the town of Arendelle.
Yes, we are.
We are now entering a shed, which I think is supposed to be the one from the movie where they were getting supplies. We are in the queue for Frozen. We're at the boat launch area for Frozen. You can see the Northern Lights, which I've never seen in person, despite living in Minnesota. There's a ride. We are in front row. You will get wet. This is like Splash Mountain, right?
Well, it's not that bad, but...
Here we go! Off to Neverland.
Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, I know you do. No rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see.
How's the ride?
Wet.
Wet. You got a little bit of a splash.
I was gonna say we were in the front row, so my feet are sliding around a little bit. My feet got a little wet, my legs got wet.
You know what? That was so much fun. Let's do it again.
Our lightning lane is open. Yay! Let's ride again.
Yes, Carrie
Twice in a row.
Yeah, Carrie scored a lightning lane, so we did do the standby. Now we get to do the lightning lane.
Yep.
Now the park is open to Gen Pop, as Carrie just said, and it said 25 minutes when we walked in, but it was really more like 10, right, hon?
Like 10. Yeah.
10 minutes. And now the sign says 35, and the line is much longer. Now we're going to go to Lightning Lane on the right. There we go, Lightning Lane. Pretty much going to get to walk pretty much close to the front. And just like that, we're back up to the loading dock area. Now we're in row 2.
Elsa wants to give us all some fun. She's making everyone a snowy summer day. I finally do what frozen things do in summer.
Ah, the dump shop. It says American and an apple pie. We're going to go past the Norse Church, and we're going to head to, is it called Future World anymore? What is it called?
I'm not really sure what they call it now.
Well, we're going to head and we're going to do Soarin. Did you get frozen?
No, I did not get frozen.
However, we did get wet.
We did get wet.
I feel like we got wetter riding in the second row the second time than we did in the first row the first time.
No, I got more wet the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I got more wet.
I just got a little splash the second time.
Our seat was definitely more wet when we sat down in the second row.
So your booty is wet.
My booty's wet, so is my book. There's Epcot Ball. It's odd to me to be over here without seeing the big fountain, because they just took that out. Last time we were here, they were doing all the construction for it. I think we're gonna make a left here, head toward the Land Pavillion. Here we go, the Land Pavillion. Opening right, Soarin. Soarin' round the world. Standby says 15 minutes. Going down Concourse A to the left. It was really nice a couple years ago. They added another ride vehicle, so the line goes a lot faster. Gonna be in row 2 of C. We're gonna be off to the right, I think. It's Patrick. That was so much fun. We're gonna do it again, but this time we have a lightning lane reservation. Really lucking out between the standby queues and our lightning lanes today. Standby line is a lot longer than it was when we first came in. With the lightning lane, we're basically able to walk up to the split. Gonna do Concourse A again.
We're literally in the exact same spot.
No,
Like,
we're gonna be over 1. We have 4 people from us instead of 5. We're back.
Soarin' to tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Hold on. stop is we have a lightning lane reservation with Living with the Land. Lightning lane is off to the right. Standby is at 20 minutes. Soarin's amazing. When you fly through there, you can smell the desert. You can smell the sea air.
I was gonna say my favorite is when they go through Polynesia with the water and the air. That's my favorite part.
And the schnozberries smell like schnozberries.
Sure, something like that.
Here comes our vessel. And we're in a boat through the Living with the Land, the front row of the second vehicle. At least we get a little bit more legroom. They're now in the rainforest. In the rainforest, the next scene up there where you see people walking, that's the Garden Grill, and it's a rotating restaurant, and you can see several scenes of the ride from up there. Tatanka. This is the farm scene for the Living with the Land, and again there's some of the Garden Grill restaurant, and so when you're in there you can actually see inside the window on the side of the house. I think it's a kid's room, and if that dog looks familiar, that's the same dog that you'll find on a couple other rides around Disney World, including the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Welcome to our living laboratory.
This plant has an edible root, wax palm,
The tropics are home to the greatest
pineapple.
diversity of plants.
It must be rice.
Many are rich in
It must be
vitamins
rice.
and minerals, while others
I like the flowers on this one.
making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Ooh, chocolate. Bananas. This is part of their aquaculture farm. We got bass and halibuts. Up here is usually a fun Mickey. There we are. It's if you look at the hose on the floor there, they curl the hose into the shape of a Mickey head and ears. What about the sea bass?
I wonder if they're ill-tempered.
Are they ill-tempered?
Absolutely.
That's a start.
Why can't I get any sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads? All right, there's a Chanel catfish.
Channel.
Oh, that's artichoke. I don't think I've ever seen artichoke on a stem before. Well, if we need to make some tequila later, there's blue agave.
Innovative growing techniques
Must be rice. It must be rice. Eggplant. That's what that emoji is for. Okay. There's some gourds. Oh, there's a Mickey cut into that gourd there. And there's another Mickey in that one. A lot of plants that are grown here are used in restaurants around Epcot. And you can see they're putting, it looks like they're cleaning up, it looks like that used to be a Christmas tree that they use for the holidays that they're cleaning up. Smells good in this room. They got ginger and other spices. One of the biggest evil things that ever been put upon this world.
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
You and I are not fans of Brussels sprouts.
The new Brussels sprouts were not natural in nature, like they were invented by humans.
You have told me this before.
Yeah. Ugh. Next stop, we're gonna head toward the Imagination Pavilion to journey into imagination with Figment. Carrie decided to get us a lightning lane for Figment.
You keep like acting like you're being sarcastic or whatever. This line does build on occasion, honey. And besides, I might as well get maximum effort out of us purchasing Lightning Lane. Now you're making me angry. Don't make me angry.
Maybe I like it when you're angry. Standby is 20 minutes. We have Lightning Lane. And the entrance to the left. Okay, hon, I'll admit it. The Lightning Lane was a good option for this one.
See?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have waited 20 minutes and you wouldn't have been able to ride Figment.
Yeah, I do love this ride.
You love this ride.
Normally it's walk on.
I do not love this ride.
Aww.
But I tolerate it because I love you.
Aww. Sweet, back row. I love back row and roller coasters. This is gonna be awesome.
This is not a roller coaster. This is the farthest thing from a roller coaster.
This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, and I know all about the senses. Start appearing, and each of us imagines different things. Your mind sees more than what your eyes see.
Are you holding your breath? It just smells like a skunk. Don't you like the smell of skunks?
is just a spark of inspiration. I made my house an innovation. I know a shortcut.
I don't remember the kettle having steam coming out of it.
Imagination.
Right at the start of everything that's new, one little spark lights up for you.
The ride dumped us out in Imagine so if you want, we can go play around and explore some of these things. I also have a couple of photo opportunities. I believe Figment. Oh, here comes Figment. Yay, Figment. Nice. So he can get a photo opportunity with Figment now. He's got his own spot. That's fairly new, I believe. Fairly new, as in just a few years ago. I think this is Inside Out on occasion, so I think you can meet joy and sadness over here. You also get photoshopped into photos as characters, like they'll put your head on, like Luke Skywalker, things like that. Dump Shop also has plenty of plushies and Figment-related stuff. Imagination, imagination.
I'm pretending you don't exist right now.
Oh, ouch. Our next stop is we have a lightning lane at the big golf ball thing. If only we knew which direction was the big golf ball thing. Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth.
We have a lightning lane.
Yes, we do.
Woohoo. We're gonna go past the seas with Nemo. And kind of a newer path. But this is a Journey of Water with Moana. We were planning on checking this out later, but it looks like we're gonna end up walking through it. This is Journey of Water with Moana. It says we may get wet. I don't know what that means. Got some sort of a structure with the Moana logo on it. Talking about rain. So this looks like a water experience. And water experience, so it looks like we're gonna touch this. So they're musical when you hit them. You hear some sort of music. Kind of a cool view with the Epcot ball in the backdrop. This is Stream. Talking about the streams and the water. You're supposed to stand on the spot and wave to the stream in front of you. Okay. Apparently it shoots up when we do that. Here we can take a wet path or the dry path. I'm going to take the wet path. So we can walk through part of the stream. Very shallow here, but it's still wet. Oh, I got my toe wet. Even with my sneakers. I'm going to hit the spring. It looks like you can call the water to shoot up by putting your hand out there or stepping on something. There we go. As it came up to this thing, we can again take the wet path or the dry path. Let's see what the wet path does. Oh, it looks like got water coming down. If you move slowly, the water will stop coming down, so you shouldn't get wet. Let's give it a try here. Yep, I'm dry. Yay! Good stop. Up next is the lake, and there's Tafiti. Wow, she's beautiful. There's also a photo pass opportunity in front of her. After Tafiti, we have a river. Now think that this is interactive, but you got the water leaping down the river. This is Ocean. Got some water streaming over on top of me. Oh boy, got wet from that. Looks like we can interactive. So all these interactive things, we stand on the symbol, and then we can call the ocean. There we go. website says we recommend we do it in groups to try to get it more active. Hold your arm out, hon.
I am holding my arm out.
There we go. Several of us together. That ocean thing is in the back there, but they also have some touch things in the middle here. We go this way. You can see another thing in the middle. Some sort of touch pond almost, minus the animals. It kind of looks like something near the ocean. This is Sky. Not sure what Sky does. Coming out of Moana experience. That's a meet and greet area. We're gonna go past that. I think this path will take us back over by Spaceship Earth. There, I made it to the front of the park, and there's Spaceship Earth in front of us. Standby says 30, but we're going Lightning Lane. We are in our time machine for Spaceship Earth. We're gonna go back in time. Thank the Phoenicians. We're learning all about traveling in the future. Getting off of Spaceship Earth, we can go over and see not just us, but everyone. Oh, there we are up on the upper right there, and it'll fly into where we pressed on the map, which is nowhere near where we live. Did you remember to thank the Phoenicians?
I thanked the Phoenicians.
Did you bring your tidings to thank the Phoenicians?
No, I didn't go that far. I just thanked them.
I tried to, give them a Mickey pretzel, but they didn't seem very receptive to them.
They weren't interested.
They look busy.
Yeah.
What's the plan now, though?
Now it's lunchtime. And we are headed to Space 220 for lunch.
That's what I was waiting for. You buried the lead, hon.
Okay.
The newer restaurant here at Epcot. Our first time seeing this. Last time we were here, again, it's been about 2.5 years almost. They had construction walls. They had a gigantic fountain out here, but now it's been replaced with a lot of green space, sitting space. This actually looks kind of nice. Part of me that was going to miss that fountain in the stage, though. But I like what they did with it. We haven't seen a sign for it yet, but our understanding is Space 220 is near Guardians and Mission Space. We're gonna check out Club Cool, the newer location for Club Cool. Gonna get to try a couple different sodas. Should we try the dreaded Beverly, hun?
I'll skip on the Beverly.
I'm gonna skip the Beverly. Madagascar, Dominican Republic, Korea, Philippines, China, Russia, and Moldova. Oh, I like the one from Madagascar. That's good. It's kind of fruity. The one from the Dominican Republic. That's good too. It's also fruity. The Korean one's okay. It's kind of got a little bit of an apple flavoring to it. And the next one is Royal. It's okay. It's kind of sour watermelon is the flavor. China, it's supposed to be like a sour plum tea. It actually kind of tastes a little smoky to me. Say that again.
I was not a fan of China.
Russia, the Sprite with a cucumber. It's okay. The last one is Viva from Moldova. Well, it's kind of raspberry. Not bad. You have a favorite?
My favorite was the cucumber Sprite from Russia. It was just very refreshing. I enjoyed that one.
I kind of like the first two. They were very tropical fruity.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one that was. In Carrie's possession is Beverly.
I am not trying that. Well, I mean, I've already tried it before. I'm not trying it again.
Oh, come on, honey.
You're the one who poured it, so you're the one who gets to drink it.
Beverly is from Italy, and a lot of people don't tend to like it. I don't see what the problem is. Smooth.
You're gonna help yourself? Yep, there you go.
Ugh. Oh man. Oh, I'm having carbonation issues after all that soda.
We don't really drink a whole lot of soda anymore, so it's like when you do drink it, yeah, it's interesting.
But it's very carbonated compared to what we're used to. Test track is actually closed right now for refurbishment, and we are heading toward Mission Space because the Space 220 restaurant is. Did you say it's in the same building?
It's in the same building.
I did not know it was in the same building.
Yes, it's off to the left, or maybe the right.
On your left. There's Space 220. The entrance to the right is to the left, but apparently the entrance to the restaurant is on the right. wouldn't mind to go ride Mission Space, but first let's eat because we need fuel for the trip to Mars. And here's our elevator.
2, 1, liftoff.
You're riding aboard the Mark V Stellarator, the latest in space elevator design and technology. Today, you'll have a spectacular view of Florida and the eastern seaboard. Enjoy the ride. I'll be back in a bit with arrival information.
They gave us our menu. Is everything a la carte or is it one menu?
You get a choice of one appetizer and one entree.
Kind of hard to spot here on camera, but over in the distance I did see some more activity through the window. So I thought I saw some astronauts floating outside. The layout of the restaurant here kind of reminds me of the layout at
Coral Reef.
Coral Reef, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It's kind of staggered with the big window, except for under the sea, we're above the world. So now joining us is an astronaut, and he just took a selfie. Yeah, big old thumbs up. There's one of the X-2 rockets that they use for Mission Space, taking off just off the side of the ship here, or the restaurant. So there's the bar area or lounge area, and plenty of dining all around. And you can see Earth. We're above Florida. Just kind of giving a panoramic view, and then you can see just astronauts and whatever going on in the different windows. So now we're going to try to find the elevator back to Earth.
Okay.
How was lunch at Space 220?
I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a really good experience too. Really neat. Like it's crazy.
I really enjoyed the atmosphere and everything too. And we had a window right by where our table was right by the window, so we were able to look out into space.
Yeah, interesting experience. Just 220 miles in the sky. Or in space, having this meal, and it was a cool experience. Things luckily timed out for us because now we have
both our lightning lane and our virtual queue for Guardians both just open. So it looks like we're riding Guardians two times in a row.
Sweet. We have not decided which one we do first, if we want to do the lightning lane or our virtual queue. We have about an hour each, and they just kind of lined up at the same time. We decided to do the lightning lane first. Gonna see the wonders of Xandar. We decided to do the lightning lane first because even if the virtual queue runs long, we should have more time because lightning lane tends to be faster, if that makes sense. It does to us. Heading into the pre-show, going to the welcome center or the pre-show area.
Greetings, Terrans. I am Nova Prime Irani Rayam.
Welcome, Epcot Terrans. I am Centurion Tal Merrick.
We're going to continue to another pre-show.
Stand by for teleportation. Here we go.
What's happening?
I'm not sure. Our power's out.
Here are the loading areas. There's two of them, one on each side of the bridge that we're going across. Roy vehicles with 4 per vehicle.
Okay, they're headed for the jump point. This plane is never gonna work. Rocket!
What is that noise?
Noise? No one's gonna stop rock and roll from existing. What have we done? We got the generator.
How was that?
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
We got Disco Inferno for the song this time around. That was a fun one to ride too.
Yeah, and we get to ride it again now.
We get to ride it again now with our virtual queue.
So now we're going to do the virtual queue, so we go through the other entrance to the left. This is the same room that we entered before, but there's going to be a split up here between the virtual queue and lightning lane. Here we are in the virtual queue. We got a lot more stuff to look at, including this model. I got a galactic news program going on that you can watch along the queue with Guardians of the Galaxy in it.
Let's do this.
I hate milk. Time! Of course it is about time. Have you not been paying attention?
Getting off of Guardians, one thing that kind of sucks is you have to go up a series of staircases to then go down a series of staircases, probably because you have to get over the tracks. They're currently remodeling Test Track. It's been closed for a little bit. You see them doing whatever work outside. This is at least the third time that they're redoing it, like completely revamping it. They had this virtual reality one before. If you didn't know, I really hope it's not going to be anything like that. I was not a big fan of the virtual reality. I like the other version before much better. How was our second ride on the Guardians?
Oh, that ride is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
We got September.
We got September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
On the second one, which was another good one, I think.
Yeah, no, I felt like both Disco Inferno and September were really good beats.
We're walking by Test Track 2 right now, and they are remodeling that. Do you know anything about the remodel?
I just know they're refurbing it, and it's going to be completely different. And yeah, that's about all I know.
I liked it better the version before. I didn't like the virtual reality version.
Yeah, and my understanding is that will no longer exist anymore.
The virtual reality version?
Correct.
Okay, because the other one was more like realistic. Like you went to this virtual world, and it was like, now we have Tron. We don't need to go into another virtual world kind of thing without texture, basically. We're going to find our way back to the World Showcase. We're going to start making our way around the lagoon clockwise. We're gonna start in Mexico. We're starting to make our way. We're almost to Mexico. Carrie doesn't want to necessarily drink around the world, but there's a few drinks she wants to try.
Carrie just wants to drink.
Yeah. Well, she's got a few spots in mind that she wants to hit up along the lagoon. Where's our first stop, though?
Maybe China.
The World Showcase definitely looks a lot different with the crowd in here. The World Showcase still opens at 11 now, is that correct?
I believe, well, yeah, most of the pavilions.
Most of the pavilions, unless you have like a ride, don't open till 11. But the ones with the rides, not a big adventure, but like Ratatouille, the Remy ride, and Frozen, they both open when the park actually opens. We're in line at the Joy of Tea, and Carrie's gonna get herself something to drink. In China.
China.
What did you get?
I got a Tipsy Ducks in Love.
Okay. And what's in this?
It is black tea, coffee, cream, and bourbon.
This is $14.50?
Yes.
And you like this one?
I love this one.
What's it like? Well, you don't have to sip it, but I mean, you should know, right? Oh, pull your lip.
Just spilled everywhere. Well, right now that first sip was nothing but bourbon. Cool. But normally it's like chocolatey, creamy goodness with bourbon. Don't mind me. We're nowhere near a stir stick. It's nothing but bourbon on top.
What's the problem?
Well, I'd like to have a little mixture with my drinks, not just like if I wanted straight bourbon, I'd just get bourbon and ice. Like,
well, I'd rather have bourbon than coffee. It tastes better than coffee.
Okay, well, I like a little bit of a mixture.
Coffee, ugh. We're gonna pass into Germany next. Off to the left as you come in is a meet and greet with Snow White by Wishing Well. And I think Carrie wants to check out the market here. Inside the Carmel Couche, however you pronounce it, shop. Just looking at all the fun goodies that you can get. I think this is real cute. It's a Lederhosen dressed caramel apple. Yeah, it's either $14 each. And, gigantic cookies and all kinds of things.
Was geht ab, Leute? Ich bin Sergi. Wir sind hier ganz entspannt in der Karamellküche. Wir haben das beste Karamell, die besten Mitarbeiter und natürlich besten Merchandise. Vielen, vielen Dank. Willkommen in Epcot und viel Spaß euch. Wir sehen uns.
I got about 10% of what he just said.
Okay.
But that was cool because my Deutsch is not good. And he said, no, that's good. I'm like, that's all I know.
It's better than what I know.
We're now in the American Pavilion, and Carrie wants to go get a drink from the place off to the left of the pavilion. Next stop in America, went to the Regal Eagle bar or something like that.
Yeah.
Bar next to Regal Eagle, whatever. What did you have to get?
I got the moonshine sour.
Okay.
So it's blackberry moonshine with orange bitters and blackberries in there. This is one of my favorite drinks.
How much is this? $16.50?
$16.50.
Hey everyone, so we were going to leave Epcot and then we were going to go to Hollywood Studios, but we decided that, you know what, we got a big, long week ahead of us on our cruise on the Treasure. If we have not been following along, guess what? We're going on our cruise on the Treasure. Anyway, so we're going to have that coming up, so we thought it might be best just to go back to the hotel, take it easy, get some counter service food from the main building here at the
Caribbean Beach.
Caribbean Beach. Thank you. I don't know words. I'm just gonna say I look pretty. You take over.
Anyway, yeah, we just had a pretty quiet night at the hotel here. Just rested up, got repacked, all of that fun stuff, and yeah, we're gonna head to bed. And tomorrow we're gonna head out and we're gonna get on the Treasure.
So one of the things that they do here when you are going from the hotels to Port Canaveral, they you can get Disney transportation. We'll go through that tomorrow on our next vlog. We'll go through that. But so one of the things is they can pick up your luggage for you and take that to Port. We'll go over that with that, but we need to get our luggage set for the morning for that. But anyway, we want to thank you for joining us. Please do a favor, subscribe. About 90% of our viewers are non-subscribers, so please help the channel grow and help us reach our next goal of 2,000 subscribers. It's time to go to bed and say good night to Walt Disney World for this trip. It was very nice to come and at least hang out at Epcot and Magic Kingdom for 2 days.
Yeah.
2.5 years is a little long for us on trips to Disney World, so we have to do this a little bit more recent. Anyway, but we want to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill.
I'm Carrie.
You've been watching KB Treks. Please do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Until then, good luck and have fun.
See ya.